G'day everyone and welcome to this special edition of the Backstage Hangout where we're going all the way back to the record store to talk about the Vic Park street party and all things vinyl. Alright folks, here we are at Rhubarb Records. Right behind me is possibly one of the best music stores in Perth. All things vinyl, a few local CDs, local vinyl, and everything to do with music. And over here, in the middle of the street, as this car goes past, is going to be blocked off on Sunday, where they're hosting the Clean Heat Rhubarb Records stage for the Vic Park Street Party. We're going to go inside, have a chat with Liam, talk about all things local music, the Vic Park Street Party, and of course, Rhubarb Records. Let's go. All right, cool. Welcome to the Backstage Hangout, the special edition here at Rhubarb Records. And next to me, we have Liam. How you going, Liam?
Good. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks. So let's start off with some questions. How long's Rhubarb Records been around for?
So we started in 2013, and that was myself and my brother Dylan, and we started that online, and then moved into bricks and mortar eventually in 2014, I think, in North Perth.
Yeah.
And then from there, as the shop grew and the business grew, we needed a larger space. So 2016, the Vic Park shop opened up, and I had some things going on with my career at the time, so I sort of just hung back until I was able to get involved, and then I've been running this store for the last 6 months, and Dylan's been sort of flying the flag over at Leaderville at the cafe.
Yeah, so Leaderville Cafe is a nice addition, yeah?
Yeah, it's been good over there. It's just I suppose another facet, I suppose, to the umbrella, the Rhubarb umbrella. But it's a good location for live bands as well. So that's been really good.
That's cool. I do like this shop. It's very good. It's decorated very nicely. You've done a good job here, guys. And yeah, I love all the record bins. I think they're really cool. Yeah,
we actually a guy was lucky enough we're lucky enough to have a guy make those for us out of some recycled pallets, I think, and then he laser engraved the front of them. But unfortunately, he's either moved over east or he doesn't do that for us anymore. So it's a bit of a shame, but
yeah, no, they do look really cool though. So yeah, vinyl's been making a comeback for quite a number of years. It's been popular, but it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's made a resurgence, I suppose, for a number of reasons. It's hard to say exactly why, but maybe, I suppose, as you know, over the years we kind of, the iTunes revolution has come along and everything's been moving so quickly into like a digital sort of direction where there's nothing tangible about music anymore, and everything's just a hit single. And I suppose maybe people just missed having the experience of listening to an album and having the artwork and all of that. And I suppose it's a pretty big 180 from iTunes, but as you can see, it hasn't really died off. Seems to be getting stronger and stronger. So
yeah, it definitely is. I think there's definitely something tangible about holding a big piece of vinyl and sticking it in an old record player. There's definitely something really cool about that, and definitely a different sound. So yeah, it is kind of cool. So what's your most prized vinyl release that you own?
That I own, it's hard to say, really, because there's so many records I own that I love. But probably, I couldn't pick one, but I've got a lot of like early '90s death metal stuff that's that I hunted out for a while and found. And probably like my early Cannibal Corpse records and
Showing a bit of a dark side there.
Yeah,
Bit of metal.
Those big death metal head still
Yeah.
am. So yeah, those ones are pretty. The original pressings with the band cover artwork and all the rest of it are pretty hard to come by. So
Yeah, no,
I'd
they
have to say
are.
they're my favourite.
You get a lot of artwork inside the vinyl stuff, which is really cool. So how do you guys differ? I mean, I know you do vinyl, but how do you guys differ, and what else do you do compared to your conventional record store?
Well, not that we're the only record store to have done it or what have you, but I suppose we've got a label as well, and we try to put the focus on local music as much as possible. So with the label promoting young and up and coming bands, or just having a shop space for local music. And we certainly don't discriminate. Whatever you've got out, be it CD, cassette, LP, 7-inch single, whatever it is. I think we've even put stuff on the shelf that's been recorded to VHS before. So,
Yeah.
but we have a space for local musicians to come and sell their music. We don't make a profit on that either. So 100% of that goes back to the artist. So
Yeah, that's very cool, and that's very important for the local music scene as well. So kudos to you guys for doing that. I love the fact you've got cassettes here too. There's Turnstile on cassette. Who's got a cassette player at home? Check it out.
Well, I mean, I suppose more and more people are getting cassette players now. But once again, I suppose that's much to do with the progression of the analog formats becoming popular again. And also, it's a cheap way for local bands to put music out. So
It's not just for rapping on street poles and dragging down the street.
no, not necessarily.
No.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a fad. I think it's like a viable alternative to putting your music out on vinyl, which can be quite expensive.
Yeah,
So.
cool. So vinyl pressing, how difficult is it to get done, and how expensive is it now?
It's not difficult. It's probably more expensive to put stuff on vinyl out than it is to put it out on CD or cassette. But no, it's not difficult. Lots of bands are doing it. Our local section's constantly chockers with young bands, up and coming bands with not too much money, but they're still able to fund these releases. So it's certainly not out of reach for anybody. It's achievable, and it's certainly would be rewarding to see your own record on a shelf at a record shop, I'm sure. So
Yeah, cool. So to play records, you need a record player. So I see in the store here you've got a few record players that you've got for sale. So what do you recommend people buy if they're looking for a record player?
I suppose that's a tough question because there's no one record player to suit everybody. There's different features and functions and certain things included and omitted in certain models. So I suppose it depends on what kind of lifestyle you live at home, whether you like to pop records on and let them play and go do the dishes or head out the back. If that's the case, you might need something automatic. Otherwise, if you just want something with like a really refined sound, you might go for something in the Project range. They're really well designed. But yeah, there's no one player for anybody really. It all depends on your budget and what your lifestyle, I suppose, will require of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I see there's a lot of USB players out there now too.
Yeah, lots
Vinyl
of
USB.
Yeah, lots of kids come in and pick through our bargain bins and our jazz and all kinds of stuff really for sampling, and that's cool to see as well. Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of compilations with some local bands. You want to talk a little bit about that and what's on those?
Yeah, so Rhubarb Jam, which is an annual, I suppose, come about as an annual compilation whenever we can get enough bands together to get on it. But it's just I like to think of it as a snapshot of what's going on in the Perth music scene, and we try to I suppose encompass everything that's going on, not just one particular genre. So you've got bands like Demon Days who got that sort of neo soul kind of sound, right up to the Porn Crumpets who featured on Batch 1, and bands like the Limbs and that sort of stuff. So it's just good to be able to get all these guys together, and we do a launch for it as well, and we've got a great guy, Steve Brown, who's done the cover art for Batch 2 and Yo-Yo for Batch 3, which looks fantastic. So
Yeah, so plenty of those in stock. Come down and get them.
Plenty in stock. So
plenty of variety on each release too. So
definitely,
it's really cool.
they're limited to 250 a piece. So we don't have them for days, but we've still got a few left.
Yeah, come down and get one. So we're going to cut to a song now. We're going to play Green Eyes by Pat Chow. Pat Chow are headlining at the Vic Park Street Party on the main stage. So here it is, Pat Chow, Green Eyes. All right, so that was Pat Chow with Green Eyes. Now, as I mentioned, they're going to be headlining on the main stage at the Vic Park Summer Street Party. So you guys are involved with that. You're sponsoring the stage along with Clean Heat. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we get the privilege of being able to program the stage for the day, which is a great honour, really. And the festival just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and better every year. So I think we programmed the stage. This will be the third year running now. So
yeah, that's really cool. There's a lot of good local bands on that. We got Pat Chow, Coca Blue, Yomi Ship, the Jack, Ruby May, the Psychotic Reactions, and the Hospital. So it's a very good lineup. So
yeah, I reckon good value for money. Won't cost you a cent, and
free, all ages. And do you know what? That's one thing that we've been harping on about a lot here at Music Link WA is the fact that there's not many free all ages shows. So whenever one comes up, we're definitely giving it a big plug because getting youth out there into local music's a big thing for us, and definitely is going to be the future of keeping the WA music scene alive. So yeah, get on it there, kids. So it's on Sunday the 9th. Starts at midday, finishes at 8 p.m. from what I'm hearing. It's kids' activities, face painting, there's drum workshops, street performers, lots of different things going on. So is there anything in particular you're looking forward to outside of the main stage?
Outside of the main stage, yeah, definitely. I always like going down to, well, I'll be running the shop, unfortunately, on the day this year, but, or fortunately, but yeah, I won't be able to go check out the Balmoral because they've got a big set of blow-up tentacles that usually sort of come out of the top story and hang out over the street, so that's always a bit of a spectacle, and it's nice to sit out in the sunshine and have a beer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dutch Trading Co. are going to be putting the beers on our street here just outside, so
that's cool.
That'll be good enough.
I like the fact the stage is like right out the front of your store. That's pretty cool. So literally they're blocking off that street and all the way down to the end. So
yeah, it's like our own little block party. And I'll have a view of the stage, so I'm not going to miss any of the action. Yeah. I'll be right in amongst it. So looking forward to it.
So I know you mentioned it before, man, how special is it to actually host a stage and actually do everything to do with that and organise all the bands? I mean, it is very, very special to do that.
Between me and Dylan, Dylan's has had a hell of a lot of involvement with all that as well, and getting the bands all together, and also got a couple of local DJs who are going to be filling in the gaps between the bands. But yeah, it means a lot to us. I mean, we've got a history here in Vic Park. You know, I grew up in Vic Park, and we've had family here like since the 1960s, I think. So to be able to be like a big part of the event is a real honour, and it's nice to do something, just give back to the community a little bit. So
that's cool. So the store's gonna be open. You'll be running it. If you guys see some local bands, there'll be plenty of music on in here, no doubt, as well.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be cranking some tunes in here. And yeah, I mean, if it's gonna be anything like the last couple of years, it's gonna be a real busy day. I'll have my hands full. So, are
there going to be any of the bands coming in here for any signings, say good day or anything like that as well?
Yeah, that has happened. Definitely. Because the stage is right out the front, so no doubt we'll have the band members come in here and hang out. We have a flip through, and look, if anyone interested in doing a signing, I'm sure that'll be happening in here as well. So
yeah, that's cool. So what's next for Rhubarb Records, and what's in the pipeline? Are you expanding, making it bigger, more music? What's the story?
Well, there is a liquor license application that's more or less done and dusted for Leaderville, so that's exciting. But yeah, I won't say too much, but we do have plans for bigger things at the Vic Park location, perhaps on the main strip. And the plans do involve a live music venue and possibly a liquor license there as well. So it'd be really good to be able to bring like a Mojos or something like that to Vic Park, where there's constant local live music, and
that'd be very cool. That's very exciting for Vic Park as well. So it's a venue. It's just waiting to happen, really. It's been on the cards for a while.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember Vic Park quite vividly from the late 90s, and I don't think there ever has been a venue except for maybe the Balmoral many years ago. But yeah, it'd be really good to try to get Vic Park to the level that places like Leaderville and Mount Lawley are. We've already got the best eating strip in Perth personally. So to add a live music venue to that would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I just want to give a shout out to Dylan at Leaderville for hosting Turnstile the other night. Unfortunately, couldn't make it, but there was some pretty good photos, and it looked like it was a very fun night. So I'm sure he had his hands busy on Sunday cleaning up after that.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, so he's pretty committed. Sometimes those gigs can run pretty late into the night, so yeah, there's not always the opportunity to, I suppose, clean up 1, 2 in the morning. So it's usually a trip back the next day to do that. Yeah. But really good vibes of that gig, and always use it at Leaderville.
Yeah, cool. So just want to give Vic Park Street Party another plug. Starting 12 noon to 8 p.m. East Vic Park on the main strip, up the side roads, out the front of Rhubarb Records for the Clean Heat Rhubarb Records stage, with all the some of the best local bands in Perth at the moment. Get on down, have a check that. Now, I also want to say I really love the fact that you guys are churning out, helping local musicians sell their records, churning out different events, putting on live shows. You've got a cafe that runs next to a record store. You've got this record store in Vic Park as well.
And we also do Free Beer Fridays here.
Free Beer Friday. So. Look, you almost can't ask for more. So I really love what you guys are doing, and I think it's absolutely amazing. And from us to you, I think we appreciate the fact that record stores, like yourselves, are putting this on and keeping it going, because it means a lot to the WA music scene to have what you guys do. So I think that's really special. So kudos to you guys.
Thanks, man.
So here we are, Rhubarb Records. Come and check it out on Sunday. Come and check out the Vic Park Street Party. And if you want vinyl, this is the place to come. Thank you, Liam. Been a pleasure, mate.
Cheers.
And we'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you.